I wore a 16-piece capsule wardrobe for 30 days, and this was my experience. Hello, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, hey, I'm Savannah, and for most of my life, for many years, I had a massive closet, hundreds of pieces, a lot of fast fashion, more shoes than I could ever count. And a few years ago, I actually transitioned my whole world into having a minimalist closet. So now I keep about 30 to 50 pieces depending on my mood. And when I made this change, I experienced some very drastic improvements to my day-to-day life. I found that I was getting ready so much faster in the morning. I found that I was shifting my focus away from my appearance onto more important things, and also that I was feeling much more confident in my outfits stepping out the door. So I was curious to see if I tried a 16-piece capsule in earnest for 30 days, would I experience these same drastic positive results in a more major way? So in this video, I'll be sharing with you guys my capsule, all the pieces that made the cut, as well as my week-by-week recaps, sharing all of my observations, my thoughts and emotions, ranging from blind confidence, some naivete, to hitting a wall, to going through the finish line feeling super inspired and excited about my future closet. Before I get into those weekly recaps, let's introduce you guys to my capsule. And to give you a little context so that my capsule choices make sense to you, I am currently a stay-at-home mom, so I dress super casual, super comfortable, but I also like to feel chic and feel like myself. And then the weather this season, it's currently summer, you guys. The 30 days took place during July and August. I'm living in Montana right now, and average temps are like 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's introduce you guys to my capsule. We have one jacket, one sweatshirt, I have a button-down shirt, 2 sweaters, 1 t-shirt, and 3 tank tops. For bottoms, we have 2 pairs of shorts, 2 pairs of pants, and 1 skirt. For dresses, etc., I have 1 mini dress and 1 pair of overalls. For shoes and accessories, I have 2 pairs of sneakers, 1 bag, 1 pair of sunglasses, and 1 hat. Hello, you guys. I just wrapped up week number 1, and my headline for this week I would say is blind confidence. I felt like I was getting ready really quickly with ease, didn't have many decisions to make, and I felt really confident walking out the door. Very like clean, simple, not super chic, not super cute, but just good. And maybe that's not saying much because it's still week 1. And I wanted to share with you guys a few hiccups that I experienced this week. The first one being is that I kept running out of little white shirts. This is my uniform, and I didn't realize, but I wear like sometimes 2 to 3 a day. I was deferring to wearing sports bras and my swimsuit top as a shirt around the house. I don't know if that's cheating because it's technically underwear, but I just wanted to share that with you. Another thing that happened is that my sunglasses gave me a weird rash on my nose. I've never worn my aviators every single day, especially in the hot summer weather, and they were just rubbing, and it wasn't cute. So I actually swapped in my tried and true pair. And then the last hiccup I had in week 1 was actually that I kept stealing my husband's flip-flops. So I don't feel proud about this, but you guys, there was a pool at our condo in Colorado where I just was, and every time I went to the door, I'd see the flip-flops and my white sneakers, and how could I not just slide on the flip-flops? So I kind of cheated there, and I did wear the flip-flops a few more times throughout the 30 days. Just wanted to come clean on that. Good readings from week 2. I think the headline for week 2 was getting into my groove. Really found my stride this week. I was really just vibing with the clothes in my closet, and I wasn't thinking too hard about them, and it was allowing me to be present and focus on more important things in my life, like motherhood or my YouTube channel, just other priorities. I did hit a few speed bumps this week. Every week there's some hiccups that happen. I had a few selection regrets from my closet. Number 1 was my overalls. I was so excited about them for summer, but realistically, I think they're more of a fall piece for me, at least with the summer that I'm living that's very warm. And same goes for my white turtleneck sweater. I didn't need 2 sweaters. I really only need the one I'm wearing now. This is the one I reach for. So I actually removed the white turtleneck from the capsule, but I'm going to continue to challenge myself to wear the overalls. Hello from week number 3, you guys. I would call this week the week of realization. Not gonna lie, this week I hit a little bit of a wall when it came to my capsule wardrobe. I was still getting dressed really quickly, and I was still feeling good about my outfits, but that was only if all of my clothes were clean. And that has been my biggest roadblock, my biggest hiccup since I started this capsule, is that I really only love and reach for like half of the clothes in my capsule, which means they're dirty. And maybe it's just because I'm in this certain life stage age. I have a toddler, plus it's summer, so I'm just getting like dirty and sweaty and my clothes are wearing out really fast. I've been having a ton of aha moments, and I think that's the positive spin on this. I feel like I'm seeing the weak points or the deficiencies in some of the pieces in my closet. So my mind is already getting ahead of me a little bit, thinking about what I may want to declutter at the end of this and what I may want to shop for. So let's head into the final week, week 4. Week number 4, you guys, and this week, or 10 days rather, I would say the headline was future focused. I was definitely just thinking about the future of my closet. And during these final 10 days, we actually had a ton of social events on our calendar, a music festival, farmers market, birthday parties, and I felt like I didn't really have the color or excitement or just creativity in my capsule that I could express for those events. I love dressing up for events, so I was secretly dying for the capsule wardrobe to be over, but I will say it wasn't for the reason that I thought it would be. I thought at this point I would just be dying to grab down the clothes I had up on my shelf that I hadn't picked for my capsule, but there was actually very few pieces there that I was craving. There was really only 2. The first being my wool ranch hat. I really missed that hat. And then the second one was my bright yellow mini dress. It's the newest piece in my closet, so I always tend to love the new stuff in my closet more. But other than those 2 pieces, I really wasn't missing anything else. I think if the stuff didn't make it into the capsule, I think there's a weak point in each of those pieces and a learning lesson to be had. In the capsule, the 30 days, it really challenged me to take a closer look at those pieces and have a clearer view of really what they represent in my closet for my life. It kind of reminds me of like couples going into 2020. Basically, you got to the point really fast if it was going to work or if it wasn't going to work, and that's how my capsule challenge worked for me. It's time for those key takeaways, those big aha moments, you guys. I'm going to start by answering the questions that I posed at the beginning of the video. The first one being, with a capsule wardrobe, would I save more time? And the short answer for me is no, not really. If you happen to have a massive closet right now with a lot of clothes and you switch to having a capsule or a minimalist closet, yes, you will see so much time savings when it comes to getting dressed in the morning. But for me, going from a minimalist closet to a capsule was not a big leap. My next question is, would I feel more confident in my capsule outfits? And the answer for this one is a 2-parter. It's yes and no. So for the yes, I definitely felt more like safe, secure, and comfortable. But on the other side, what I was missing during the experience was the creative outlet. So feeling like very expressive, feeling like I had some pizzazz, a little pep in my step. I felt a bit limited in that way. And then the last question I had for myself was it ultimately worth it to do this capsule for the 30 days? And my answer is definitely yes. This whole experience was not what I expected, really. I just thought it would be easy, a little bit limiting, kind of like a walk in the park, but I actually learned a ton. I felt so much more connected to my closet. I felt a lot more grounded, and I feel like I have so much to take away from this experience and move forward with my closet. And with that, I wanted to share with you guys my top 3 key takeaways. Number 1 is that I prefer a living, breathing closet. So for me, the constraints, how stagnant a capsule is, just doesn't really vibe with me. I don't really thrive in those circumstances. And I think it's a good lesson to learn. A lot of times I find that I'll try to put myself in a box. You know, I'm a minimalist on YouTube. I consume a lot of that content. And I feel like a lot of minimalism content has a lot of rules and regulations, or just like undertones of expectations that you keep a piece in your closet forever and ever until it gets holes in it. And that's just not always my experience. For me, when I bring new pieces into my wardrobe, I like to use the scientific method. I'm trying it out. I'm running tests in different weather with different color schemes. And the pieces don't always pass the test. A lot of times I try them out and then I just pass them on by. That's why I love secondhand shopping so much, why I love thrifting, because it's a very low investment, low risk. And this whole 30-day experience for me, it was a lot like going on vacation, then returning home and just appreciating your home way more than you used to. So I am very much appreciating my closet and the way that it functions and evolves in a new, inspired way. Key takeaway number 2 is that my capsule wardrobe revealed the truth about how I really feel about my clothing. It was really interesting with having so few options. It became glaringly obvious which things I was reaching for and which ones I was not. And typically when I have more of an abundance of clothing, more options, I don't have to be quite as like introspective or like considering why I'm not reaching for something. But during the 30 days, it became really, really apparent which pieces just need to go from my closet. If I'm not wearing them now while they're in season during this capsule, I'm probably never going to. And another surprising takeaway or tool through this process was actually tracking what I was wearing. And this was not part part of my plan. It wasn't part of the experiment. I was just naturally tracking what I was wearing in an Excel sheet for this video. And it was very interesting when I tallied up everything that I wore at the end. It was not quite what I would have guessed. For instance, this white button down, I would have guessed like middle of the road. Yeah, I wore it sometimes. No, this was like #1 most worn, along with my little white tank top, my cropped one, and my white shorts. So whether you actually try doing a capsule, I do think tracking is a very, very beneficial tool that I hadn't quite considered doing. The third and final key takeaway for you guys is that capsule wardrobes are so situational. Life is just unpredictable. You could have the most summery outfits planned for this capsule with sandals, and then a cold front comes and what? You just don't have a puffer coat, you don't have like closed toe shoes, or maybe you're invited to an event and you need a pair of heels, but they're not in your capsule. All to say, if you're gonna do a capsule wardrobe or even a minimalist closet, I would say have a flexible mindset. Don't take it too seriously. I mean, I did take my capsule seriously with the rules and regulations just for the sake of this experience, but I think what I learned from doing that is that I don't need to do that. I don't need to have all these rules and restrictions for my closet. So those are all of my takeaways, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I have so much closet content coming up after doing this capsule. I'm feeling extremely inspired. So I'm going to be doing a huge closet declutter and also sharing with you guys my new in pieces to my wardrobe. I've been doing a little bit of thrifting this past week, so I have a thrift with me video for you guys coming up soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave me a comment, say hi, share your experience with a capsule or minimalist closet. And yeah, I'll catch you in my next one. I love you so much. Have the most fun day ever. Bye.